you are sitting in your Canadian home with your Canadian future wife, and your two kids, very sweet ones, are just wandering around. It's a sweet, beautiful Friday evening, and you know you're gonna get a great weekend because it's a longer one, right? The moment you are about to slip into your pajamas, what happens is the immigration department knocks at your door and they say, "Sir, there have been some inconsistencies, and we found that your English proficiency results, whether IELTS or PTE, is not genuine, and that is why we are deporting you back." How would it feel? I don't know how to express this, but we all know what has happened recently. Harjinder Singh, an illegal immigrant, as stated by the American authorities, he took a U-turn that he was not supposed to take on an American highway, and thereafter, 3 Americans who were almost within the speed limit of 70 miles per hour, they could not see his 18-wheeler trolley, they could not react, and they just carjacked into it. They rammed into this, and poor innocent souls lost their lives because of one turn that Harjinder Singh should not have taken. Why am I bringing this? Is because if you see the news headlines that followed afterwards, all have a particular element in them, and that is Harjinder Singh was not proficient in English. He could not pass the proficiency test. Okay. Technically, I think what would have happened, as far as we could have gathered news, is that he was asked to read some road signs, he could not read it. Then he was asked some 12 questions, he could not even answer 10 of them. And that is why everyone was furious as to why, if Harjinder Singh cannot read or speak or understand English, how was he given a trucker's license? The point is that if you see everywhere in the news, the English proficiency was kind of a news within a news, a big news. And this is what actually forced me to make this video after such a long time of this news event taking place. See, I'll tell you what happens. Usually, in countries such as India, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, many candidates, English, they're not used to it. They're not comfortable. They are very much comfortable with their native language, and that is when things start happening badly. When they decide that they need to go to these 5 countries, they are required to clear their IELTS or PTE test. And because parents don't know how to do stuff, there are a lot of consultancies, no one is really, if you know a little bit of background, if you're already slightly proficient in it, then most trainers would be God for you. They would be able to do what you really want to do. But if you've studied from a vernacular medium, or no one in your language, in your family or friend circle speaks English, it's a bit tough. And trust me, there are some candidates, there are a significant portion of candidates who manage to learn it in a very short period of time, or let's say within 2 to 3 attempts, and they are able to pass their test and they go. Right, but the problem is with a very large chunk of population who are not able to clear the test despite multiple attempts, as much as even 10 or more, right? IELTS, PT, TOEFL, Duolingo, one and the same thing. What happens is, because the desperation is growing on, right, the disappointment is really compounding, what would happen is, these candidates would come into contact of some people who offer them a fake IELTS and PTE certificate. And today in this video, I'm going to tell you how this thing fails every time. Now, what has happened in the case of Harjinder Singh is, everyone would be, they'll pull them out of the grounds, right? Every person who is involved in the process of Harjinder Singh getting the the trucker's license, and that includes the English proficiency department also, right? They would come under radar, and the moment these American authorities, whether on American soil or through some agencies in India as well, if such thing has happened, they would actually try to get records, and whoever was involved in getting the fake certificate, they would be asked, who have you provided certificates to? And the moment they spit out names of 50 odd people who are living great lives, and I was asking you to imagine your future Canadian life, they would be asked to leave the country because now the authorities know that you actually faked your IELTS certificate. अब यार देखो, see, I've always said this, I am going to say this, getting a fake certificate is possible, very easily possible. I'll try to make a few more videos in which I'll tell you what have been my experiences. But that being said, I want to highlight 4 problems exactly that will happen when you get an IELTS or PTE fake certificate. The first problem actually is in your home country, right? Generally, clearing an IELTS or PT certificate in a very extreme case would not even cost 1 lakh rupees. I'm talking about coaching fees, multiple attempts, and you may have to live in another city because your village does not have good English language trainers, right? Ab, compare it with a bare minimum of 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs and sometimes even 20 lakhs because Canadian CRS candidates have been observed that they've even given upwards of 20 lakh rupees for a stellar C2 level or band 9 score, right? Because they need it for their CRS draw. Okay, how much expensive is this? And I'll tell you one thing, right? If you have the patience and if you have the resources, generally you have fake IELTS certificate ke comparison mein, to this is nothing, right? Please spend a year, right? Learn English from the ground up. But this is not impossible. Please don't get into fake IELTS certificate. चलो, एक बात तो हो गई finances की, right? The second problem that I see here is when you reach there. एक बात बताओ, right? You don't know how to frame a single sentence and you've reached there with a band 6 in IELTS, right? On a student visa or let's say on a work permit also, right? You go there, you try to find a job, a part-time job, a full-time job, whatever, right? You go to McDonald's, right? And they say, see, you cannot even frame a single sentence. Maybe it is difficult for you to even greet someone with a smile on your face, right? What do you think they would offer you? Will they offer you the job of a cashier? No. To be honest, it's not very easy to digest, but they'll offer you a job of someone very similar to the job role of a janitor because in that thing you don't have to speak to anyone, right? Now imagine here you are being served food within your family, kind of like a king you are here, right, with your family. There you are sweeping floors. Do you really want that? Why? Because you did not know English, but still you managed to get a fake IELTS certificate and clear all the requirements and reach this place. एक बार यार सोच लेना इस बात पे, right? Imagine yourself हाथ में झाड़ू पकड़े हुए, right, and doing the floors. Rest. I think you are more than intelligent to understand what I'm trying to say. ठीक है. Third problem. I think I made a short video on that a little while ago also, where I asked you to become a working professional. The candidates who barely reach there with a minimum PT score, right? Bachelor's mein, you need a 50, not less than 46 also for diploma courses. When they sit in the classrooms, many of the candidates I have actually worked with, right? You know what they say? Sir, whatever the Australian lady is speaking, my teacher, I'm not able to understand a word of it. Why? Because we were not very proficient in the English language and we have to bear the consequences of it. If we don't understand it here, how will we be able to understand it there, right? And वहाँ पे तो you will have no comfort zone also ना. यहाँ पे तो चलो you can say यार I'm not able to prepare PT, घर का ये काम आ गया, that person is in the hospital. Can you say it there? तो एक बार सोच लो कि if your English base is not strong and you acquire a certificate and when you go there, is the life going to be the dream life that you are actually thinking of? नहीं ना? Okay. Next problem, right? Are you really that idiot to believe that if you have a fake IELTS or PT certificate, And even if you have done everything else right, your financials, your academics, everything is super on point, right? मेरे को एक बात बताओ, if and when the immigration officer sees you on the airport and he is able to understand that you are not able to really decipher what those signages means, चलो immigration officer ने भी छोड़ दिया, he might assume that you are a very shy person, social anxiety has kicked in, you're having jet lag. आप पहुंचे, आपने जिसके पास Airbnb लिया है, या let's suppose for example you have hired a room already, some of your cousins did that for you, right? वहाँ पे लैंडलॉर्ड को पता चलेगा that you're not able to speak a single sentence and you have a band 6 in your IELTS, right? Do you think those foreigners will not report you? Tim Hortons pay, where you get your first part-time job, your university professors, right? They are encouraged. They feel that it is their duty to serve their nation by reporting any such person. So imagine, even if you have done nothing wrong, you've not irritated someone, those foreigners upon the land of which you have landed, when they see that you have done something and you actually don't speak like the person you are in your IELTS or PT certificate, will they not report you? Arey sir, there have been several cases where the student was deported a week after landing, right? When the janitor in the school reported, yeah, he's not able to speak English, how did he get an admission here, right? Everyone feels there a duty to respond to such incidents and report them. Okay, ये सब हो गया, right? और उसके बाद let's suppose you are very street smart and you're able to sail through all of this, right? Still वही वाली जो स्टोरी मैंने आपको पहले बताई थी, right? 10 years down the lane, you've got your permanent residency also. Let's say you also started voting, right? You have a Canadian wife, your kids are born there. Will they spare you when they know that you came here on a fake IELTS certificate? No, never. They'll immediately revoke your citizenship and deport you as it is. They are not emotional beings as much as people in India, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh are. Please understand this. Your life will always be at the risk of derailing, right? And that is not going to be a very, very, very good thing. I truly wish it happens to nobody, right? Even if someone has gone like there, we truly wish that they never have to see such an incident. But yeah, incidents like Mr. Harjinder Singh's will keep happening. People will keep on getting uncovered, and you are going to fall for it, right? They won't care. I very clearly remember the case of Gujarat, I think Navsari, a couple, right? 13 years in the US, right? I think they also had their green card due to something that they had fulfilled, maybe the money angle or whatever, right? The moment the authorities got to know that the IELTS certificate of the wife was counterfeit, it was forged, right? They did not ask them how much loans you have, how much bank balance do you have, how much social work you do. No sir, immediate deportation. And this is why the title of the video that says let's talk about fake IELTS PT certificate. Consider my advice here. I'm just trying to save you from what should never happen with anybody, neither a friend nor a foe. Please don't get into this. The person who will sell you this will say that life is all sorted, but trust me, it's gonna be a pure mess or devastation. Rest, if you have any questions, I have the form linked in it. Fill it out. If you have any problem clearing your IELTS, PT, if you want any kind of discussion to make, I am more than welcome to answer it. अभी तो 4 subscribers हैं, तो I think we can really handle that very nicely. And yeah, I wish you the very best of luck, and every day I'll be trying to bring something or like this from my IELTS training, PT educator experience in a study abroad consultancy. So do subscribe if you liked the advice that I gave you. All right, bye bye, love you.